Literally everything. Everything is wrong with that vegan teacher. She's a mental patient who thinks she can talk to God through a f***ing banana, for Christ's sake. Plus, she legit looks like a witch. That's it. That's the video. Goodbye. Are you gonna say anything? Of course I'm gonna say more. Have you never heard of a fake out? TikTok is a site where you can post minute-long vids of yourself doing Fortnite dances, cosplay as characters, or just, talk in general. Many people call it Vine Reborn, but let's be real, TikTok is basically what you get when you buy Vine from Wish.com. Other than that, though, there are some pretty funny and really cool creators on the app who genuinely make me laugh. And of course, I myself post some videos there as well. I never said that they were good videos. However, if there was one major issue that I have with the app, it's the fact of how, much like every other social media site, there is no IQ test required to join it.
Right, guys, we need to think. What is the new iPhone now? I am...
Shut the fuck up! Now, of course, I could go on and on about the problems with TikTok itself, but I want to focus on a specific TikToker? I don't know what the fucking term for a person who does TikTok is. ThatVeganTeacher. Now, I've seen ThatVeganTeacher in several TikTok cringe comps, singing in front of McDonald's with a midget guitar, but I was never fully aware of how bad she actually was, and it wasn't until recently when I learned about the problem with ThatVeganTeacher. ThatVeganTeacher, or Katie Karen, yes, that's her actual middle name, Diekmeyer, first started being noticed on TikTok sometime during 2020 with her, of course, singing in front of the McDonald's about how eating animals is wrong. Innocent enough, right? A vegan expressing their opinion on how people shouldn't eat animals, pretty normal stuff. However, it does get worse. Now, if you somehow didn't know, ThatVeganTeacher has been forcing her dog to be vegan since August of 2017. Whoa, hold on, don't write about it. Yet. Now, obviously, putting your dog on a vegan diet is stupid due to how dogs cannot be on a vegan diet. Most vegans, like Vegan Gains, who did the same thing with his dog until he realized that was actually killing his dog, are ignorant to this tidbit of information. ThatVeganTeacher is fully aware of it, though.
If I put two bowls in front of Bella, one that contained dead animal body parts and one that contained vegetables, yeah, she might go for this bowl to try to eat that one first. I don't know. But it's irrelevant. It doesn't mean that I should feed her the violence.
Okay, now you can riot. Hey, stay away from the target. They've had enough problems. In a couple of her TikToks, she has stated, whether verbally or not, that she knew dogs need meat in their diet, but she didn't want to pay for the murder of other animals. You'll notice this a lot in this video. She'll completely blow something like killing a pig for pork to extreme proportions. You paid to have that pig murdered for no reason. No, I'm literally just eating a pork sandwich. Get off my dick. Listen, vegan teacher, if you think me eating a chicken sandwich makes me a murderer, then call me Jeffrey Dahmer. That's not gonna go well. Another thing is how she'll constantly make a point about how her dog is completely vegan by showing her eating grass or not going out into a pond to kill and eat the ducks.
Hey Bella, if you want you can go and eat one of the ducks. People say I'm not feeding you enough meat.
The reason Bella isn't going to go and eat those ducks, though, is for the same reason dogs stop pissing on the carpet. Bella, you ate those ducks during my fucking TikTok? Now, YouTube, this is a joke. There's not actually a dog in my room. I'm hitting my bed with a belt. Please don't remove my channel for this joke. Okay, obviously, that's a joke. Not all pet owners beat their pets every time they do something bad. However, those people do still exist. Fuck, I actually gotta hurt my throat. What it's actually like is, for existence, when a puppy pees on a carpet, usually you'll just stick its face into the spot so it knows that that's a bad thing to do. I would actually have no clue how ThatVeganTeacher would make it to where Bella would think it's a bad thing to eat meat, however. I don't know, maybe by spraying sour spray onto meat products? Kind of like how pet owners will spray sour spray on things that they don't want their pets to chew on. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and show a video from her TikTok, and I'd like you to try and guess what all's wrong with it.
Hi, beautiful Bella. You ready to walk now? Are you on strike again? We've been sitting here for 15 minutes. I want to go.
All right. I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Okay. If you're still unsure, it's the fact of how she says, "Are you on strike again?" That means that Bella has done this before and did not want to go back home with that vegan teacher. Also, what is this hashtag on this other vid? Yet the fuck? Now, I don't hate every vegan. Despite my attitude towards vegans and the kind of jokes I make about them, I personally don't have a problem with them. If you're just minding your own business and, letting people choose what they eat, then you're a cool vegan. I do, however, have major problems with toxic vegans. Basically, the vegans that block traffic or scream in your face because you're eating what you want to eat. That vegan teacher is a very, very toxic vegan. In fact, she's so toxic that other vegans don't even want to associate with her. One example of how toxic she is stems from this clip here.
Oh my god. Your friend died trying to be vegan? Oh, I feel terrible. Oh my god, what did he eat? What did he eat that killed him? Was it a banana? A carrot? And you tried really, really hard to make him eat meat, yeah? Shit. But did you try hard enough? Like, did you take him and just force him down and just say, man, you gotta eat this dead pig. You gotta eat this bacon to save your life. I don't know if you tried hard enough, man.
She essentially just ridicules this person who apparently their friend died trying to be vegan. Like, how do you have this kind of attitude when someone tells you it's your fault someone they knew died? Now, of course, this could be fake. Not saying it is, but there is a slight possibility it could be fake. So let me give you a couple of different examples of why she's a toxic vegan. For one, there's the organ donor situation where she said she didn't want her organs donated to meat eaters.
I realize how despicable society is. How many evil people are out there, especially since coming to TikTok, even more so. And I've decided that there's no way on earth that I want any of you to ever get my organs if I die.
This, for, obvious reasons, has brought some controversy. Other controversial things she has said include change your religion like you change your underwear.
Time to change your religion like you change your underwear.
Coming out as vegan is much more special than coming out as LGBTQ.
Coming out as a vegan animal rights activist, as somebody who cares beyond themselves, is much more special than it is to come out as a member of the LGBTQ community.
And of course,
Bella, people with eating disorders say they have to eat you.
And the list just goes on and on and on about stupid shit she says.
Yes, God.
Wanna get to heaven, you know what to do.
Yes. Yes, I did. Brushed and flossed every day. Okay, but listen, I don't want to talk about that because this is something more important. Yes, I got the shirt. I'm wearing it right now. It's great. I love it.
I'm not even going to touch that with a 39.5-foot pole. Her belief is that if you are not a vegan, you are not going to heaven. I'll explain how she's a hypocrite for this belief here later on.
First of all, let's assume that Jesus did live and that he was a good person. Even though I'm not a religious person and I question a lot of things about the Bible and what was said. But let's just say he was a really good person. And he's alive today. So I go down to the lake and I see him and he's got a fishing rod in the water. And I say to him, hey Jesus, why are you hurting those fish when there's a store over there and we can buy veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds and all kinds of other things that don't involve any pain or murder?
Listen, if Jesus was living on earth right now, I am 1,000% sure that what someone was eating would be the least of his worries. With all the shit that's been going on in 2020, someone's food preferences would be at the bottom of his to-do list. But you know what? For argument's sake, let's just pretend that 2020 wasn't a complete dumpster fire. If Jesus lived on earth and you came up and asked him, why are you killing those poor fish? Jesus would turn around and tell you off for judging what he chooses to do with his free will. He would also tell you to quit saying that non-vegans are going to hell. Now, because this section is going to cover multiple things, I'm going to go ahead and split this section into smaller parts, starting with...
According According to a new study, vegans are 43% more likely to break their bones than meat eaters are.
And according to another study, vegan-phobic carnists are 100% more likely to make up complete bullshit so they can keep paying for the torture and murder of innocent animals.
Oh yeah, this guy gave me a legit study about the dangers of veganism. So instead of trying to find a study that shows eating meat is bad for you in some way, I'm gonna make up some bullshit. Yeah, that vegan teacher is partially known for just completely dodging points made by other people, mostly by calling them a vegan phobic, which it's actually vega-phobic, and a carnist. Also, as evidenced in the video clip, she just blows shit completely out of proportion. As far as I know, farmers aren't going into bars and slipping cows or pigs roofies and taking them back home, nor are they hooking car batteries up to their several nipples and asking them what the numbers mean while electrocuting them. Another point she tries to dodge, and in this situation I am using the term dodge a bit more loosely since she's more just not listening and or being stubborn, is that some people cannot become vegan due to medical reasons.
You again. The person who always says that they can't do it because of health reasons. What health reasons exactly? You know, it's strange. I've never ever heard an actual health reason to not be vegan.
If they're allergic to gluten, if they have a vitamin B12 deficiency, if they have an iron deficiency, if they have a zinc deficiency, if they have irritable bowel syndrome, if they're allergic to nuts, if they're allergic to soy, or they medically have to be on a low-carb diet because plants are mainly based on carbs. You've never heard of any of those? Your name's ThatVeganTeacher. No one's ever brought that up to you, or... Oh, you have a nut allergy? Boo-hoo!
All of those reasons in that clip are legit reasons, but vegan teacher just goes, you gotta overcome your allergies to be kinder to animals. I don't care if your throat swells up and you can't breathe because you smelled a peanut. Like, she legit thinks an allergy means you just don't want to eat whatever you're allergic to. And of course, one final point she just completely ignores is that plants actually can, kind of, feel pain.
Another reason to be vegan. Plants don't feel pain. They don't have a brain. They don't have a nervous system. So it's okay to bite into them.
You say plants have no nervous system, so they can't feel pain. Dr. Elizabeth van Volkenburg, who is a professor of biology at the University of Washington, says the following. Plants, like any living organism, perceive and respond to touch, including painful touch. Here's how it works. Both animals and plants have mechanoreceptors in their membranes. When that system is mechanically perturbed, say if an animal chomps off some leaves from a plant, or you uproot some flowers from your garden, those receptors send messages to the plant cells. In that sense, the plant knows it's being eaten or pulled from the ground. Now, she does say that plants don't have a brain or nervous system, so that's a point to you, Karen. However, Volkenberg also says that plants can feel the same senses as humans and animals do. They just don't process it the same way. But most likely, you're just gonna ignore every single point here and just call me a carnist vega-phobic, so it doesn't really matter. Once again, vegan-phobic is a term that she just throws out anytime someone disagrees with her or just, calls her out on her bullshit. Basically, it's like when a third-wave feminist calls you a misogynist when you tell her the wage gap has debunked several times. But this part isn't called Other Things Part 2 Vegan Phobia, it's called Other Things Part 2 The Hypocrite, so let's get to the actual point. With all the beliefs that vegan teacher has, she's honestly a hypocrite anytime she calls someone vegan phobic. Remember what I said earlier? Her belief is that if you are not a vegan, you are not going to heaven. Yeah, that. She thinks anyone who eats meat or dairy products are evil people, believes that they're not going to heaven because they eat meat, and is constantly on about how you need to change your beliefs or face the consequences. Isn't that carnophobic? Dun dun! Okay, for real though. Carnophobia isn't a prejudice against meat eaters, it's actually just the fear of meat itself. It's still very ironic how she'll play victim by saying, oh, you're just a vegan phobic, after having some clear prejudice against people who eat meat. Another thing she's a bit of a hypocrite for is how in some of her vids, she'll say, or sing horribly, about how we'll kill pigs but not dogs.
Why love a dog but eat a pig when you can just eat rice, beans, and tofu?
I'll go ahead and show you why she's a hypocrite for this.
Does anybody know how to take care of a mouse? I sure don't. This mouse showed up in a trap that we had in the middle of our kitchen floor.
Kinda weird for an animal activist like Vegan Teacher to have mouse traps. The funniest thing is, she deleted the video, and the only reason I have this clip is because someone stitched it and they didn't delete it. So, Vegan Teacher, I have a question. Why do we trap this animal but not this one. There are a lot of people who ThatVeganTeacher has called out, but for the sake of time, we're just going to focus on 4 of them. Isaac Butterfield, Daz Games, Gordon Ramsay, and of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Isaac Butterfield is an Australian comedian and YouTuber. He made a video about ThatVeganTeacher on August 25th, 2020, and eventually she responded with this.
Isaac Butterfield, why do you hurt people on purpose? Why do you promote the harm that's being done to animals to continue?
Once again, calling him vegan-phobic just because he disagrees with her views. And, more recently, ThatVeganTeacher has tried to falsely claim that Isaac is becoming a vegan.
Isaac! Isaac Butterfield! I just got your message! Oh my god! You're becoming vegan? This is the best news ever!
Which, obviously, isn't true. Isaac made a response to this video, and as of while I'm writing this script, ThatVeganTeacher hasn't said anything else. Wow, talk about eating my own words. Literally while I was recording the final thoughts section later in the video, I saw that she did in fact re-respond to Isaac Butterfield. However, I'm lazy and I just really don't want to watch it right now. Daz Games, or just Daz, first became popular on Vine, and around January 2014, he started his career on YouTube, doing reactions and playing horror games mostly. Daz made a Daz Watches, a video series where he reacts to videos, on December 30th, 2020 called Daz Watches Vegan Teacher, where he reacted to ThatVeganTeacher's TikToks. On January 2nd, 2021, ThatVeganTeacher made a response to Daz Games called Nothing Dazzling About Daz Games. Now this is one thing out of many from that video that just legit made my brain softer.
Some animals eat other animals. But buffalo, who are among the strongest animals, and elephants? Do you ever wonder how they get to be so big? How do giraffes get so tall? All they do is eat leaves.
I don't know, ThatVeganTeacher. Maybe it was something to do with genes. I couldn't have said that any better, but you know who did? Daz Games, with his response to her response, along with a diss track on her. Now, normally I find diss tracks stupid, mostly because of the whole year where YouTubers were doing basically nothing but diss tracks. However, Daz's track? Pretty good. I really don't need to give a background on Gordon Ramsay, do I? I'm sure everyone knows the king of insulting people.
You fucking donut. Of course you don't put a fucking...
Welcome, good evening. So sorry about the old bag.
The size of it. Looks like some dog shat in my shell.
What did you not like about the meatloaf?
Oh, shit! You're loopy!
I've been called worse than that.
Wake up and admit it's shit!
But for whatever reason, ThatVeganTeacher decided to call him out for not being vegan.
So Gordon, one of the problems that I noticed that you have is you don't seem to understand the difference between food and animals. So food is something that you get out of the ground or you take it from a tree.
And of course, Ramsay responded.
Eating animals is wrong, Gordon Ramsay. Hurting animals is wrong, Gordon Ramsay. Share this song, and if you call me a donut, that's fine.
Vegan donut.
And, of course, the governor of California, professional bodybuilder, the Terminator, Dutch, Ben Richards, Conan, Mr. Freeze, the Last Action Hero, the motherfucking kindergarten cop, he is Arnold Schwarzenegger!
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Why are you so weak?
First of all, ThatVeganTeacher, if Arnold was as much of a killing machine in real life as he is in the movies, both literally and figuratively, he would break you in half like a Kit Kat bar. Arnold literally gets drop kicked from behind and just thinks that someone just bumped into him. And weak character? He moved from Austria and not only became a Hollywood star despite starting his movie career barely knowing English. In his first movie, Hercules in New York, someone had to dub over him in English. He won the professional Mr. Olympia title 6 years in a row. It takes strength, dedication, and bravery to follow dreams that high. He will be remembered for his accomplishments decades after his death. You'll only be remembered as the vegan who tried to call Arnold weak and who everyone laughed at. Okay, that got a bit personal. I'm sorry about that, G. Once again, I do not hate vegans. In fact, I actually feel bad when a vegan gets made fun of due to them being inadvertently associated with ThatVeganTeacher and other toxic vegans. So let's kind of review what we went through in this video. ThatVeganTeacher is a lunatic. ThatVeganTeacher is a hypocrite. ThatVeganTeacher abuses her dog by forcing her onto a vegan diet. And ThatVeganTeacher is selfish. Now, with all these things and many others, with even some weird sus things she said.
For fun, I went to your profile and noticed that you have dark skin.
I don't like where this is going.
All of this stuff leads up to the problem with ThatVeganTeacher. Thank you guys for watching this video. I know it probably wasn't as well put together as my other The Problem With videos, but I do still hope y'all enjoyed the video. If VeganTeacher does respond to me, I'll most likely respond to her response to my video. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.
Yeah. 24/7, 365, waited too long, now it's my shine. I'm stunning when I'm running in the limelight. You steady running your mouth, cause I rhyme tight. 24/7, 365, waited too long, now it's...
1, 2, 3, save some for me.